Next up, we've got a beer from the Siren Craft Brewery, and it's In the Belly of a Shark Black IPA, weighing in at 6.2% ABV, 440 as usual. Bit of spiel on the back, I'll read it off. It's a special occasion as only our second ever black IPA has landed. An onslaught of tropical fruit, citrus and resinous aromas will leave you questioning the pitch black pour. It always does. The malt base is minimal. On the roast notes you expect from a dark beer, but does bring a delicate toasty background, allowing Citra Mosaic and Azaka hops to work their magic. Best before 29th of the 11th, 20. Let's get it out into a glass. Second black IPA. I'm sure I had a bit of a following with these guys when I first started out with their core stuff, and I could have swore, I mean this is going back years anyway, I might be completely mistaken, but I'm sure I had a black IPA from these guys back then when it was just bottles, little 330s. It might come to me, it might not. Okay, beer in the glass. I'm going to go deep dark brown on it. Dusting of just slightly off white on the head, half a finger's worth if that. Just trying to think what black IPA I did do a few days back. This one's more fruity. It's not completely void of like sort of coffee and chocolate, but it's more fruit forward. Just a nice array of tropical aromas coming up on there. Let's go in on it. Cheers. Seven Seas, that was it. Their first one, Seven Seas. Okay. Yeah, you think you're drinking a West Coast IPA. Massive influx of fruit. I can't really sort of pinpoint out a particular fruit. It's a fruit medley. Just, and then that resin bitterness, pininess, that just comes in then. Decent body, nicely hidden, 6.2. You know, in the grand scheme of things, that's not really that high now, is it really? Just, yeah, it was a good job of hiding it all the same. You get, it's not raging with bitterness, but it's in there, and it kind of dominates the finish of the beer, and it always makes me sort of think grapefruit. So perhaps there's a little bit of that in there. There's a nice little bit of sweetness in there. Balances quite nicely with that sharp bitterness. Basically for me, for my palate, all the characteristics of a pretty half decent West Coast IPA, if you can excuse the look of it, to sum it up really. But decent all the same. Siren Craft, and they're In the Belly of a Shark Black IPA. There you go guys. See you on my next one. Cheers.